please don't forget to subscribe on your way out by hitting the red subscribe button below.
Hey loves, it's me Mari, also known as Soul Style Beauty. So it's officially my 1-year anniversary in my apartment. So today I just decided to just reflect on all the things I've learned throughout the year. Just in case you guys are thinking about moving out, I just want you guys to know what may be ahead of you. I said what may be, not will be, because maybe your situation may be different. So I just wanted to come on here and just share a few things that I've learned. So I hope that you guys have a few takeaways from this video. And yeah, let's bring it back. Oh my god, crazy. This setting might look a little different because I am in my new apartment.
So yeah guys, little 23-year-old me moved into this apartment the first week of December, exactly 1 year ago, and I have learned so much and just grew from this experience, and it's just a wonderful thing.
What I really like about this apartment is the natural light, so I'll be doing a lot more vlogs and stuff like that.
Hey, I put up my desk, but the thing is I'm not good at drawers. Like, I don't know what it is, the bedroom drawer, this table drawer, I can't do it. And of course, I certainly do not get the glory. I thank God for allowing me to make money, to pay my rent, to have food on my table, and it's just been a learning experience.
Okay, so I literally have my phone here because I have my notes on my phone, so I don't say exact. Anyways, the first point that I have is let go of what your perfect apartment may look like. And I say this because, especially in New York, you're not going to get whatever you want. You may think that you're going to get this lavish living room and bedroom when it's not going to be like that. When you're searching for your apartment, just try to be as realistic as possible. The living room that you have in your mind, or you saw your favorite YouTuber have, you may not have that living room because maybe you cannot afford it, and you need to be realistic. So don't have that perfect apartment aspect or perspective in your mind, because at the end of the day, just be open. That's all I'm saying in your search and when you're looking for apartments. Not to tell you settle now. Don't settle with what you want when it comes to your apartment, but at the end of the day, don't have specifics and how much space you're gonna have, because sometimes it doesn't work out. The next thing I personally learned is decorating is crazy expensive. I'm gonna show you guys a few photos that I had in mind for my apartment decor inspiration. And it's simple, but at the end of the day, it's very expensive to decorate your apartment to your liking. Yeah, like nice, not even like wide rugs can cost you up to about $500-$600, like just for a rug. And also I know I want like green plants. I showed you guys a picture, so I have just that certain vision in my mind, and it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of money. So I said for my goal of 2016, I'm going to decorate my apartment, and I will be sure to film that video. The next thing that I have learned, budgeting is so important. You never know what may happen, so you have to really monitor how much money you're spending, because you know when you live at home with your mom, you're like, oh, I'm going out to eat tonight, swipe. Oh, I'm going to this place and swipe. Like, no, you can't. You have to monitor everything, and you don't have money to waste at all, because anything can pop up, you know, and you don't want to not have it when you need it the most. For example, like I told you guys, I write out when my bills are due on an Excel chart every single month. So beginning of the month, which I didn't do it yet, reminder, but at the beginning of the month, I always get an Excel chart, write down the due dates, write down the company, how much I owe, so on. And yeah, that's how I budget. But let me tell you guys about this one time. So certain bills, they don't get sent to your house, or you can have like an e-statement or something, but say if it doesn't open, my Con Ed bill. So I didn't pay, it was last month, so I didn't pay this bill literally for like 3 months. So then I called them and I'm like, why is my bill so high? Like, I don't use that much electricity. I'm barely home. Why is it $193? They say, oh, the last payment we received was $45 in August. So I said, okay, like when were you guys gonna call me and tell me that? I'm just gonna come home to see my light shut off. So then yeah, they said, oh, we basically just shut it off and then have collections call you. I was like, what? So yes, it is so important to stay on top of it, and I recommend personally getting your bills mailed for that very reason. I had changed all my internet bills or e-bills into real life paper because I need it written down and documented, because certain slip-ups like that, it can happen. Bills are literally never to the next. Okay, so the next thing I wrote is, it's very scary to leave a job without one lined up. Trust me, if I was living at home, not to say I would quit my job now, but I used to be one and done with jobs. Like, I don't like this job, bye. I don't like this, bye. Now that I'm like in my apartment, this is like, okay, this is real life, and you can't be, number one, jumping from job to job, and two, you have to make sure that if you get tired of it, or it's just no longer your passion, that you have to have something lined up. So just make sure you're ready for that, because at the end of the day, it's like, you don't want to go home with mom, do you? Like, or you want to stay by yourself or with the roommate or so on. So just make it your duty to be responsible about that, and just know that you're at a job that you can do for just a few years. Not to say everybody's going to be like a 25-year-long employee of a certain company, of one company, no. But just make sure you can stay there for like a few years and then possibly get a new job. Another thing that I have learned about myself, or has happened after I moved out, was that I'm really a person that likes my personal space, and I feel like I've come to peace too much about that. And yeah, that's one thing I can admit. Like, I just noticed that I get kind of nervous around people now, because I spend so much time with myself in here, talking to myself and just thinking by myself. So it's kind of like, that's just me. Like, I feel like now I need a lot of personal space, and I don't know, I'm just scared that that's a bad thing. Say if, God wants me to get married to someone, and I'm like, you're not disturbing my peace, God is gonna look at me like, that's the peace you have because of me. I gave you that peace, so get it together. And that's one thing that I'm trying to get together now, because I'm like, I'm so much at peace with myself and content with my life and just being by myself. I don't want to be too independent, if you guys get what I'm saying. But yeah, that's one thing that I've really found out about myself after living alone for like a year. So the next one is funny, like too funny. So basically, I'm not gonna lie, and you guys can call me dumb, slow, whatever it is, but when I first moved here, when it came down to taking out the garbage, I literally thought you can take out the garbage every day and just put it outside. In my old apartment, when I lived with my mom, you just take out the garbage to the back and you put it in like a recycling bin, or just a trash bin or something like that. So I literally had a bag on the street every single day, and I refused to leave the garbage in my house for one day. So one day I was on my way to work, and these two ladies are standing outside, like literally waiting for me, and they just, as soon as I opened my door, you left the garbage in. I was like, hold on, we can pipe down a little bit and just explain to me what I did wrong, and then we can talk from there. So they're like, you put the garbage outside, and I almost got a $300 ticket, and I'm gonna give it to your landlord. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, I literally did not know that we have scheduled garbage days, and the landlord didn't tell me that. So he was just like, be sure not to leave the garbage in the house, or so on. And I was like, okay, duh. So I'm gonna make it my duty to take it out every night. I did the most, I know. But yeah, it was $300 for the ticket, and it was found on my door, but to my landlord. And he didn't say anything to me at all, and I don't know what happened to me. Another thing that I wanted to bring up that I failed to mention in my other moving out videos is that your rent can go up. So make sure that you start with a price that is like a little bit less than like what's decent to you, because it can go up, because as cost of living goes up, so does your rent. My lease was up literally November 30th, 2015. And I called him like, oh, can I sign a new lease? And he was like, don't worry about it. We don't have to sign anything. I will call you if the rent is going up. So I'm just praying to Lord Jesus, that my rent doesn't go up. So lastly, I've just been really defining me and like learning what I like, learn what I love, learn what I can't stand, all of that stuff. Like I've been learning a lot about me. Also with me having a relationship with God and how He's molding me into who He wants me to be, I can grow more because it's not so much of a distraction. Text. Yeah, so it's not that much of a distraction. So I feel like I'm just like, I'm more focused. And not to say, like I said, I want to work more on being focused by myself, but then learning to let other people in and not being too independent. I just want to make sure that I'm also, spending time with my loved ones and just doing all I can to not be by myself too much. But other than that, I wouldn't trade it for the world. I really love living alone. I come back and I have so much peace in here because I don't have to worry about, sometimes you don't feel like talking. Maybe it's just me, but sometimes I literally just feel like being to myself. And I feel like if I had a roommate and it would just, then, I don't want that person to feel away because I want to have that time alone. So I just really love living by myself. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video and you had a few takeaways. If you learned something, if I made you laugh, leave that on in the comment section below. Don't forget to thumbs up and share, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.